ASMR. Alrighty, I'll just catch up on some inventory here. Yes, there we are. Yes. Just looks quite full. Let me note that down. Here's the plan. Oh, that does look quite healthy still. Yes, yes. Oh. Hello, and thank you for calling Minnie's Miniature Emporium. My name's Minnie, and this is my Mini Emporium. What is it that I might be able to help you with on this fine evening? Yes, we are open until 1 in the morning. After all, it is the tiniest hour of the night. Oh, you are sure welcome, honey. Well, yeah, come see us later. I'll be glad to have you. You have a good one too now. Thank you. Bye-bye. Another little bottle. Yes, that's looking quite full still. Oh my goodness, hello. Come in, come in. Well, my name is Minnie, and welcome to Minnie's Mini Emporium. What is it that I might be helping you find on this wonderful evening? Some plants, okay. Potions, elixirs. I'm really just in for the market for about a whole slew of things, huh? Alright, well, we have everything you mentioned and more, and you are welcome to browse, yes. I'm interested in trading, just depends on what you got and what you pick out. So feel free to ponder the shop if you like, or if you want a little bit more of a more personalized experience, I can show you some of our more popular items if you like. Yeah, that would be wonderful. I would love to, honestly. For having a miniature shop, you would think people do love a tiny little things, but not really. All right. Well, yeah, I'd be happy to run through stuff. Now I know you said elixirs, plants, maybe some entertainments of sorts. Would you like to just see those items, or would you really like to run through, like I said, some of our more popular things? Sure, I can do that. Yeah, I'll just kind of run through all of the stuff we got, really, if that's what you'd like me to do. Sure. Sure. Well, I guess welcome in again. To get things started, I'd like to offer you a beverage. Not that you look thirsty or anything, but it's just a kind thing to do. So I do have this tiny bottle of milk, if you like, or I do have a tiny juice box. Let me not spill it all over the ground there for you, but which would you prefer? Juice box, yeah, I can totally understand. It is quite a delicious looking juice. Well, I'll just set that right on there for you, alright. Okay, well, again, while we do our browsing, I do have two options that we can kind of put things you like if you do so choose to like them and decide to purchase or trade, as you said. We have this miniature basket, which I do recommend for smaller purchases, I suppose, if you don't plan to get a whole lot. Or I do have this miniature basket if you plan on getting a little bit more that you don't think will really fit into a tiny little cart. So I have again little cart or little basket. I'm thinking the basket too. You never really know. You like to have a little room. If you limit yourself, then well, you feel less inclined to treat yourself, am I right? Alright, well, I'll just keep this right over here and we can put things in it as you see fit. So I'll just get started right here. I'll start with our storage collection now. We do have this new line of miniature totes, miniature plastic totes. They look just like regular totes, except they are miniature sized, comparable to an average adult's hand. Yes, and nothing inside of it. Perfect for charger cables or other miniature things. Maybe you put miniature boxes in there. I don't know. Shoot, it's kind of whatever your tiny little heart desires. All right, so yes, a little tote. What do you think about a little tote? Not really on the radar at the moment. That's fine. That's fine. I'll just keep it over there. And should you find yourself thinking about it a little bit more, you just let me know. Let's get your basket over just a little bit more. All right. Well, I guess that's really all we got for our miniature storage section. All right. Well, moving along, I do have these miniature paper bags, and they are printed with a beautiful little argyle pattern. A little more than just a brown paper bag, And this could be for tiny treats. Maybe you make little cookies. You know that cereal that's like little tiny chocolate chip cookies? Yes, I used to use those and pretend that my Barbie dolls were baking cookies. Now, if you had those, you could put them in here. Maybe sling them at some sort of market or something. I don't know. But yes, this is just a sample, but they do come in larger quantities should you desire. But we do sell them by the single leaflet if that's what you would like. I actually use these myself for my shop. So if you end up buying anything, you might get one of these anyways. Yeah, we can see if you get one later anyhow. Moving along from our storage items, there's no particular order, so I'm just gonna kind of run through stuff. Moving on to our entertainment section. I've got this little tiny deck of cards. Isn't it so cute? Look at the back. Even has the standard classic little card design on it. Yes. Well, shoot, dang. Let me not get those all over the floor. I will make sure, should you desire yourself a tiny card deck, that you get a full one and not my show one. As you can see, the box is a little bit torn up. A lot of people are interested in these, so these cards do come in and out of that box quite a lot. Yes, well, why don't you go ahead and pick a card. Let's just play a little game for a second. I don't mind the entertainment, as I said before. Not a lot of people come in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and look away, and you just tell me when to stop, alright? Okay, do you remember your card? Alright. Now, if I knock on this deck 3 times, that was 4. Well, that's alright. Maybe 4's the lucky number today. If I show you this, is this your card? I knew it would be. I'm not really magic. I just kind of swapped it around. Anyways, aren't those cute? Okay, I will make sure I get you a fresh deck to put in your little basket. But for now, I'm going to put this in there before I forget. Alright, I do have a tiny memory. That's why I opened a tiny shop. Bigger things require more memory. Bigger things, bigger memory. Tinier things, tinier memory. It's how we are. Now, sort of in the entertainment section of my shop, I do carry these miniature lighters, and they come in your classic Powerpuff Girl colors. We got Bubbles Blue, Buttercup Green, and Blossom Pink. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I wasn't trying to burn you. I'm sorry. I should have warned you I was going to do that. I wasn't trying to scare you. I'm sorry about that. Yes, we just have a few of these lighters. I do have more colors, but these ones are the best ones, I will tell you. The rest are, bland if I tell you anything. But what do you think about a tiny lighter for all your tiny fire needs? Got anything requiring tiny flames? No problem. I'll just set those down there then. I do have some miniature plants. Now these are all grown in-house, yes, and they are all nurtured with care, and I don't know where it is at the moment. It's probably back in my miniature nursery, but I do have a tiny little watering can. You can just pop this little cork out here and water it right inside. But these are mostly succulents and cacti, so they don't really require much water at all. And I do have this tiny little rake that you can move around the little baby soil if you so desire. But like I said, these suckers don't really require much love. Little love, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I do have these little plants, and I also have a tiny little cactus, and this requires even less love and care than the succulents. So I do have this as well. Are you interested in any tiny plants? Yes, I do agree. You can always use more plants. Well, which one were you thinking? Would you like the succulents or the cacti? You'd like both? Alright. Well, I'll go ahead and toss in this miniature rake for a discount on like $5 off. So then it's only $5 at that. Sure thing, sure thing. I'll just go ahead and add that in there, and be careful of the cacti. It doesn't look that sharp, but honey, it'll poke you alright. So just be careful those little spikes. Yes, yes. Alrighty. Oh, you're finished with your juice box? I wish I could offer you another, but I don't have one. I do still have that mini bottle of milk if you would like some milk. I know that's an odd thing to offer, but you'd be surprised at how many people ask for juice boxes and bottles of milk. I don't really understand it myself, but I'm just here to please the people. Sure thing. I'll just set that right there in front of you. Alright. Moving on to our stationery section now. I'll show you an example. This is what I personally use. I actually use this to keep inventory of my shop, and it works wonders. You can lock it if you like. It does come with a miniature padlock. Look how cute that thing is, and even cuter, look at the baby set of keys it comes with. Yes, you can surely lock it and unlock it. Isn't that so precious? Look how cutie that is. And it does come with a little pocket for your little tiny keys. They just go right in there, and it just closes on up. And this tiny little lock that comes on the bookmark of the booklet just pops right in there. Give it a little twist and it pops right open, and there you are. You've got your keys. Oops. Again, I keep dropping everything. I swear it, honey. I just got butterfingers today. Yes. And I'll tell you what, I think that's kryptonite working with miniature items. Yes, they do get lost a little bit more than larger items. So I think I need to work on that, dear. I do. So I put the keys back in there. And anyways, yeah, it does have a little pocket here. And this is where you can keep, your tiny little stencils. It's where you can keep your little baby stickers. Yes, all your mini tiny little baby stationery items. You can just fit them right in here in this little Ziploc bag. And then you've got this little booklet, and it is sold separately, I tell you what. But I do also offer tiny pencils. Yes, these are Snoopy brand, and they do come in multiple colors. Dang near about any color you can think of. Yes, and isn't it so stinking cute? I do so love these pencils. I buy them probably weekly, to be honest, because I will grind these little things down to tiny little nubs. I tell you what. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, are you interested in some little tiny stationery at all? Alright, wonderful. Are you just wanting the booklet today? It does include the miniature stencil and the miniature stickers, but these are separate. So, which would you like? Both of them. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Alright, I'm just going to add those to your basket. Yes. Alright, now let's move on to, you said elixirs. I do have a slew of elixirs. Yes, I do. I got elixirs and perfumes galore. Alrighty, and I've got plenty of shapes. So I do have this tiny cloud and heart elixirs. This one mans a broken heart. This one makes you a little more, I guess I would say, grounded. It's for when you've got your head in the clouds a little bit. You just take a small whiff of that. Doesn't it smell so good? Yes. Yes, I just think they smell delectable, and it does ground you a little bit, doesn't it? Yes, it does. So I've got these guys. Something a little smaller. Yes, I do. These two are slightly smaller. Now, I'm not gonna lie. They are elixirs, but I'm not entirely sure what they do. But what I do know and what I can tell you, they smell divine. Yes, go ahead and smell that. Isn't that just wonderful? Oh, yeah, another smell. Yes, there you go. Oh, yes, that is just so wonderful. I tell you that. And this one I just find so dang adorable with its little bows around its little neck. This one is a little more classic, I would say. This one's got a little bit more of a masculine tone to it, I would say. And this one's just dang cute. And kind of on the same front, I do have these. And again, I'm not going to lie to you, not entirely sure what they do. But I'll tell you what, once again, they smell very delectable. Yes, go ahead and smell that. Yes, and go ahead and smell that. very similar. These two are like siblings. You have the sweeter, more subtle version of the two, and then this one's the more grown up, a little bit more daring sibling. Something even smaller. Yeah, I do actually have that. Yes. I've had these for a little while. And again, I just think they smell so good. Now, these are more perfumes over elixirs. But look how stinking cute this thing is. Isn't it just so darn cute? Look at this thing. Look at it. Don't talk to me or my son ever again. I tell you what. I tell you what. Now this bottle's really cute. Let's go ahead and smell that one. Yes. Now this one does have a more mature scent to it, as are most of these tiny little bottles going to have. And I'll just let you smell one more. We don't gotta smell all of them and their grandmothers today, but go ahead and smell that one. Yes, isn't this just such a beautiful bottle? Yes, I do think it is very, very cute. You like these, alright? Well, which one are you thinking? I've got this one, or this one, or this one, or this one, or this one. You'd like all of them? Okay, that I can do, that I can do for you. I'll set that into your little basket. And then, all of you would excuse me, I'm getting a phone call. My phone's been ringing off the hook all day. Hello, thank you for calling Minnie Emporium. My name is Minnie and this is my Minnie Emporium. What is it that I might be able to help you out with on this fine, fine evening? Miniature butterflies. Are you looking for real butterflies or more decorative? Yes, I do actually have a few of those. I have some colorful ones that are more of a plastic material, and I also have more fancier ones that have got, crystals on them and what have you. Yes, they come in a variety of colors, and I also have quite a few other things if you were looking for other miniature things as well. Just the butterflies. You want to see everything? Yes, I am running low on stock. Will you be in here today? If you can guarantee you'll be in here today, I can just put those on hold for you behind the counter. Yes, alright, I will go ahead and do that for you. Thank you so much, and we'll see you before too much longer. Yes, bye-bye now. Oh yes, even my telephone for the shop is miniature. Isn't this thing so darn cute? Yes, I do so love this thing. And it works like a charm, I tell you what. But they were calling about these miniature butterflies, which I do have a few of. I've got this lime green, I've got this lilac purple, and I do also have some charms. Some charms that you can do kind of whatever you want with. But I'm going to set those on hold for that customer. So I will say your basket is quite full. Was there anything else I've showed you today that you sort of would be interested in? Okay, that's okay to change your mind. You decided against the perfumes. No problem. Yes, I can go ahead and ring you up for the booklet, for the little pencils, for the succulents and the cacti as well as the house deck of playing cards and the miniature rake. Now, I know you said that you're looking to possibly barter, and you've got quite a selection here. What is it that you were looking to possibly trade in for? I'd like to maybe value it against what you've got here. I'd say with everything that you have in here, I think about 25 USD in this basket here. So, what have you got that you would like to barter? Sure. Thank you. Oh my goodness gracious, look at these. These tiny little shoes. I have seen so many of these online, and I have never seen one in person. Honey, I tell you what, these are so stinking cute. Yes. Now they are a little worn for wear, I'll tell you that. Just a little bit. Their enamel's kind of worn off slightly. But honestly, I gotta be honest with you, these are a little bit more valuable than what you got in your basket here. I would say, considering everything, that yes, I would think that these are probably more in the multi-$100 range, and I'm not gonna lie, I do not have the money to shell out for these at the moment because, to be honest, business is not so booming, and I do offer fair prices. As I've said, what's in your basket here is only $25. So I do believe either I'm going to have to turn down your trade and take cash, or take these at a very discounted value. I'll take the multi-$100 shoes and let you go ahead and have all of this, and I'll throw in the basket for you as well. And I can also go ahead and throw in this tiny little duckaroo. Tiny little duck, little past Pride Month, you know, but it's so cute. I can just throw that in for free, or not free, another $5 value. So now you've got $30 and a free basket for this pair of shoes. What would you like to do? You want what you came here for. I totally understand. Well, I do appreciate the tiny little shoes. I think they will make a fantastic addition to my shop. And here are your goodies. Once again, my name was Minnie. What was your name? It's nice to meet you. Thank you for shopping at Minnie's Miniature Emporium. There's your miniature goods. And I do hope you tell all your friends about them. And I hope you come back and see me sometime. Yes, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your tiny little evening. And we'll see you next